Hello, my name is Samuel, and I'm from the Asian Iron Ore team. So for today, we are going to delve into the world of iron ore commodities and interact with market participants on the Asian iron ore market. So to begin with, S&P Global launched the world's first daily iron ore spot price assessment, which is IODEX, on June 2nd, 2008. Prior to that, iron ore market participants mainly conduct their price negotiations through fixed annual contracts. But since the introduction of IODEX, we have seen tremendous growth in the seaborne market, and Platts assessment has continued to grow from strength to strength, with the physical market on close assessment process also bringing clarity and transparency to market participants. And speaking about prices, IODEX hit a 19-month high on January 2nd, eclipsing the 140 mark to start the year on a high amid the bullish market indication from market participants for the new year. And a new round of deposit interest rate cuts by major China state-owned banks in the last week of 2023 increased expectations of another good year ahead, increasing liquidity in the first quarter of 2024. However, since post-Lunar New Year, downstream demand has started to thin out, and the IODEX fell to a 10-month low subsequently in late March and early April. And speaking about some context, the IODEX benchmark on a US dollar per metric ton basis reflects the value of the 62% seaborne fines at 5:30 p.m. Singapore time through a transparent and robust methodology. And Platts also uses a well-defined, open, and transparent methodology to deliver precise assessments of reflecting true market value on the day. The price assessments are based on information gathered by Platts reporters around trades, bids, and offers in the market and are published real time. And speaking about some numbers, the iron ore team published close to 27,000 lines from 2022, comprising of fines, lumps, pellets, and concentrates in 2023. And it shows from a 3% increase from 2022. And also besides that, on the paper market, the exchange traded derivative contracts using Platts iron ore assessment has also increased throughout the years since the inception of IODEX, and is from 146,000 lots in November to 180,000 lots, accounting to a 18% increase year on year. And it is also worthy to note that the volume has been on an uptrend from 2019 to 2023. The number of companies which contributed the daily hertz also increased from 140 to 144 companies. And it is also comprising of domestic and international traders, which also the country's leading trading houses and also traders, steel mills, and also miners. There has been a growing demand and rising liquidity observed in the seaborne market, propelling further growth in the Asian iron ore trading dynamics. And for the next part, we'll look into the need for the cost side assessment and Platts' decision to come up with a cost side assessment to complement the growth in seaborne market, and also later part to see the evolvement of our cost side assessment over the years. There has been a paradigm shift in the Asian iron ore market. The market has also seen major structural changes, most notably the transition from annual fixed price contract to spot index-based contracts. The involvement and increased liquidity in cost-side markets have also created a secondary market where iron ore are traded domestically more promptly and also in smaller lot sizes. The Chinese cost-side market complements the seaborne market in the global iron ore supply chain, and it is denominated in Chinese yuan per wet metric ton, and also available for the cash market and also with VAT, which is value-added value-added tax, and also the port fees being included in the pricing. And speaking about some facts, China being the largest importer of global iron ore at close to 70% of the global consumption and imports, acquired 1.18 billion metric tons of iron ore, and it is on an uptrend of 6.6% per year on the year. And also it plays a big part in the involvement of the market. Hence, plans launched 2 Chinese iron port stock indices, reflecting the medium grade fines, which is the most highly liquid traded fines in northern China and also eastern China, on a yuan per wet metric ton basis. And notably in 2017 to 2022, the port stock market saw significant growth in trading activity and also the number of participants. And it is almost impossible to ignore its importance to iron ore. And also the growth in liquidity in the Chinese port side market and also the industry prompted market participants to call for port assessment in additional regions. And subsequently in the following years, Platts has gradually increased its presence in the port side market, launching assessments that reflect low-grade fines and high-grade fines, and also lately, October last year, launched the lump assessments as well. And this has further covered the top 4 miners flagship brands in the spot market. And speaking about the lump assessments, there is an import parity conversion, which is also signaling the completion of the project expansion. The lump import price parity conversions serves as an indicator of comparison between hot stock and seaborne lump premium, and painting a picture around import arbitrage, which means that there's an import margin where the prices of hot stock lump is higher than seaborne lump, and vice versa if the seaborne prices are higher than the port side market, which implies a import loss to market participants on importing lump. And lastly, we will take a look into the forward-looking on IOPEX and the expectation throughout the year. With a flurry of Chinese domestic port assessments in the market, Platts continue to establish its presence as the market leader in providing intelligence to market participants. With more refined details in obtaining market and pricing information, Platts reporters will continue to attract more subscribers into making strategic business decisions in the Asian iron ore market. And besides that, Platts reporters will continue to strive and also talk to more market participants to make prices more transparent in the market. And Platts is committed to keep improving its assessment quality for this year, and with bullish indications ahead of the second quarter of 2024, with the analytics team predicting a $110 metric ton over this year, and with the warmer weather ahead in the second quarter, this might bring an upturn in Asian iron ore prices, and it's also expected that China's overall imports of iron ore will increase this year if the country is able to meet its scrap generation and consumption by next year. We see price volatility of iron ore prices over time. We see it go up and down, but recently it recovered amid the improvement in downstream demand and also improving steel margins. So, with market participants feeling confident as well, we will see physical prices continue to respond to future prices, and it is exciting to see whether an upturn in steel margins and the gradually lowering of finished steel inventory will continue to help to hedge the volatility in prices. Lastly, we will gladly welcome market participants' feedback, and this will further enhance the quality of our assessments and provide better input for our subscribers. So till next time, bye-bye.